Hey everybody, I'm Mark 3SMLE, as you guys know, and today what I have for you is a little North American Arms mini revolver. This particular one is chambered in the 22 Magnum cartridge. Okay? Now, I've been having this gun for quite a while actually, and carrying it around. I've had this gun for over 2 years now, but the thing is, I haven't really given it a proper review. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys what I like about it, what I dislike, and to steer you guys either clear of this thing or to steer you towards it. So either way, let's get started. Alright, we gotta talk about the positives first, okay? Let's get that out of the way. The main positive, of course, is the small size. It's very small. This one is 4.2 ounces, and this is actually the most powerful mini out there. This one's in 22 Magnum. They're also available in 22 short and 22 long rifle as well, and they're correspondingly smaller. Of course, you can get conversion cylinders to shoot long rifles out of your Magnum, but you do not want to shoot 22 long rifle out of your Magnum cylinder. You have to get the conversion. Just remember that. With that out of the way, the gun is very small, it carries very easy, and it actually makes formal carry and gym carry very appreciative. I've actually put this in a pocket holster, and I've gone to town, gone to the gym, as I do 3 times a week, and guess what? This thing has stayed in my pocket, no retention issues, and nobody knew I had it, so that's very good. Especially when you're wearing pants that really don't have a retention strap, like a belt. In the gym, I'm wearing jogging pants, and this is something I can get away with. Of course, being it's so small, it makes a great backup gun in case you can't reach your big gun in times of a fight. But who knows? That's something for another day, and that's basically the only advantage this little gun has. Let's talk about the slew of disadvantages the little gun has. Alright, let's try this out.
I'll show you the, this is bad for the okay, nope.
3 hits. You know what? Let's just try that again. The main disadvantage is also the advantage of this gun. It's very small. You can carry it everywhere, but you're only going to get one finger on the grip. You got a front sight, and that's all you got. Small sight radius, hard to handle, and it recoils a little bit more, but thanks to the bird's eye grip, it recoils naturally so you can easily thumb cock it on the rebound, which makes it rather fast. Of course, it's still a single action gun, which means you have to manually cock for each shot, okay? That helps keep the gun small, but it also reduces rate of fire. Speaking of rate of fire, let's talk about the reloading process first. Another disadvantage, but of course, being as this gun was invented for close range self-defense, you really don't have to worry very much about reloading, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to push this pin here, okay? You pull the cylinder pin out, alright? You bring the hammer back a touch, and the cylinder falls right out. Then you can load your shells, put it back, bring the hammer back a little bit, and you finagle it back in there. Okay, there you go. Well, that's all there is to that, but there's also a safety concern because most single action revolvers, you have to lower the hammer on an empty chamber and therefore give up 1 round. But with the little North American Arms mini revolver, you have these little divots right here, these little detents. All you have to do, press your trigger down and lift the hammer a touch, allowing the cylinder to rotate. Put your hammer in between those detents, and you're safely in between 2 rounds, so you can carry all 5 rounds loaded. Good. Another potential disadvantage is that it's chambered for little rimfire rounds, like what you see here. Well, that's very subjective, but with a 22 Magnum round, the 22 Magnum is actually better constructed than the 22 LR, which is very much mass-produced. and is much cheaper as a result. 22 Magnum is a little more expensive, but what you get in exchange is real bullet construction and real quality control when it comes to the rounds. Of course, you can get by easy with 22 Magnums, and the hammer on this gun, it really does hit those primers very, very hard in the rimfire ammunition. So you really don't have to worry that much about reliability in this little gun. It'll take care of you if you take care of it, more or less. Of course, we have to talk about accuracy. Now, most people would really lobby against this thing because of it being inaccurate. Now, it may be mechanically accurate, but because it's so small, it's harder to hit with. But in any case, I got this group at 7 yards, 5 shots. This was with 30 grain CCI HP+B ammunition. Okay, 7 yards. That's not too bad. We were able to make some hits over at 25 yards as well, but you have to take your time. And to be honest with you, you're not going to want to take your time in a self-defense situation. You want to be quick and dirty to get the job done. You know, that was a little bit far back, but this pistol is much, much better up close. Got it loaded up. Let's see how much damage we can do as fast as we can. Five shots. He's a dead man. There's also another issue called keyholing, okay? Now, in some earlier footage you might see, the bullets out of the 22 Magnum were actually entering the paper sideways. And that's a problem. And apparently it's not a problem just with my little gun. Some other people have had problems with this as well. But of course, North American Arms is really nice about it. They offered to fix it at no charge because it's an inherent issue. But I think these guns should be tested from the factory to make sure they don't keyhole groups. Alright? So that's just my take on it. I experienced issues with that, and therefore I needed 2 different range trips to really do this review properly. So with that said, guys, that's really the advantages and disadvantages of this little gun. Would I recommend it? Yes, I actually would recommend this thing highly because you can carry it anywhere. But you have to practice. That's the one caveat. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And this end of video shout out goes to GunCrazy81 / the Mo's in the Gant channel. I have links down below in the description box. If you get some free time, go check them out. Thank you for watching. And this is Mark III SMLE going out. Yeah, the North American Arms might be pretty good for stopping humans, but does not stop raptors. Thank you for watching.